Welcome. Love Them Knives channel. Love Them Knives channel. Saw this one on Instagram posting, probably Ketto USA Instagram posting, because Ketto, Ketuo, USA.com, whatever. I'll give you the link below, but that's where I get my Rike knives at, okay? Ian is my buddy. He lives up in New York City, Brooklyn. And so he goes to all the knife shows, and he's the Rike knife rep, and Ketto, which is like the parent company, production company kind of thing. So you have Ketto knives. They do OEM work as well. Then you got Rike knives. So you got a lot of different things going on there. But when I saw the Shadow, I just thought it was a great look and interesting. I mean, look at this. This is clean. You see any hardware around here? No. See any hardware around here? No. See a pocket clip looks wrong? Yeah. Okay, it's tip down only. But there's a reason for that. Now, this is a liner lock, okay? So this is a liner lock knife. Not bad little drop to it. Crazy looking thumb ramp, whatever you want to call that. Flipper bar, thumb ramp. Well, it's got a flipper tab, but I mean, it's not, I don't call them thumb studs, but I don't know. What are they, an integrated thumb stud? Kick. Nice little thumb ramp there. M390 blade. And is this a number? Number 119. 119. I just thought it was cool. And they always play with stuff. They're crazy. But they're as nutty as the rest of us are. Because the rest of us are nutty too. This is the Shadow, by the way. You can also get this if they're out of stock on Ketto USA. You can also get the Shadow. I guess Justin over at White Mountain Knives is starting to pick up the Ketto and Reich stuff. Well, he's carried Reich for a long time, but these Ketto, and of course this is the Reich, but I mean he also has some Ketto things, and I've got some Ketto like the Illusion and stuff, which I'll talk about at another time. Ketto Illusion, which is, you know, I mean, this just to whet your appetite. Whoo, the Illusion. So, yeah, that is way as cool, too. Oh, by the way, if we're just going to get out and get crazy, the SO5 from Reich with Damascene or Mokutai insert there, Mokutai backspacer, Mokutai pocket clip, a mosaic Damascus blade, which is insane. So, I mean, nice drop too. Okay, let's get back to this one, because we'll be having a separate video on those guys there, okay? But yeah, I mean, not ultra cheap, but I mean, you know, and 10% LTK is your discount code for, so you get about 40 bucks off. I mean, shit, you're in the park with most of the crazies of this ilk, you know, M390, titanium. And this one's got a little special trick to it. 8.66 overall length, 3.75 M390 clip point, titanium handle, blah, blah, blah. 5.4 ounces, supposedly. Here's the box. Here's what it says on the end. SP, plain, bowler, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then inside, I believe it has a zipper pouch that says Reich on it. Man, it's not going to come out. Get out of there. Okay, so Reich knives, this. What else did they give me? What's in this little dog here? Oh, okay. I guess in case I need an extra little Torx or something, and then microfiber cloth over here. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that Torx was in there. Okay. But pretty intuitive with the flipper tab. Not as intuitive disengaging this liner lock, because, and I think the liner is, I think it's steel. Yeah, it is. Okay. But boom, so you don't need a hardened steel insert or anything. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. It's not bad to disengage. I was just saying, not a huge height differential here that make it super easy to disengage, but it's not as bad as some. It's pretty simple. This is pretty nice to flick, and you can finger flick it, thumb flick it, whatever you want to do. Like I was saying, this jimping coming up here. I guess you can remove this thing if you wanted to. So I don't know. When we do the disassembly, I will attempt to go ahead and pull that off. Just see what it looks like without this, because some of you guys may think that's a bit of a, maybe a crazy look. I don't know. Is that too much? Nice, you know, just flat grind and admiring the blade and all. It's M390. Okay. I mean, no, I'd say the factory edge is pretty good, probably on the plus side of a lot of factory edges. So it's good, but yeah, it's good size, 3.75. Is that what they're saying? And what? Well, down here from up there, that's 4 inches all day long. So 3.75, yeah, up to there as the bolster swings up your way. But down here, more like 105 millimeters. Up here, more like 95. So there's that swing. And then 8 3/4 overall length at not quite 20.5 centimeters, but 22 centimeters, but 22.2 centimeters overall length. And just to get the homework out of the way, let's see what we got for blade stock on here. Well, this has got to be 4 millimeter. Yeah, it's pretty close to 4 millimeter, 3.8. So, I mean, a lot of knives, they just aren't running that anymore. They're running about 3. 14.5 at 0.57 thickness up here. Okay, so it's a good handful, that's for sure. And the blade stock is adequately thick, that's for sure, as well, okay? And a really fine bead blast. Now, how do you take this thing apart and what's going on, and is it really an integral? And no, it's not really an integral. Well, you look at this, and you probably have spied it since I've been handling it, but you can unlock this, and there's just a little mechanism where it clips. Well, I mean, I think that's supposed to lock it down. Actually, I think this is supposed to unlock it. Okay, so here's the trick on the knife, right? I mean, this is not an integral, okay? It looks like an integral, but it's not. It's locked into place here, or it should be locked into place here when you click that switch down. But if you want to release it, you click this switch up, that disengages this little mechanism here, and you should be able to pull it apart. Yeah, okay, so I'm just pulling this off, and here's the integral spacer. You can see under here there's this little switch mechanism that when you move this up or down, and it doesn't move a lot, does it? Just a little. Okay, there's click. That puts it in place. In locked position, that unlocks it, okay? So there's where it hooks into right here, into these areas, okay? So then it's not an integral, is it? Because we don't have one piece for the whole body. We've just got this integral back piece. So what, semi-integral? I don't know what you want to call that. Okay, let's put this back and forward, and then push this down, and it's not a real, okay, it's not a real positive feel on that button, but yeah, I mean, you can kind of hear it, yeah, okay. And there's that, right? So that's what you got for a knife. And, tip down, okay. And I can see why, because how are you going to rig this thing up for, I was thinking, how could you do tip up on this? Especially since you got this inner, if you're going to design it this way. Because then you'd be putting it here And I guess if you had the screw at flush, you might be able to do that, right? The screw coming in from behind and it being flush with this. I don't know if you've got enough room, enough metal there, thickness on that wall to do that. But maybe you could have done that. Instead, they incorporated it into the pivot. Okay, so that's what that's all about. Good size knife, though. Ergos are pretty good here. I mean, this kind of, makes it unique because, yeah, you can be there, and that's not as comfortable. Thank God our hands are somewhat flexible. But other than that, depends on where your fingers are. You might get both your fingers up front of this, or maybe not, like me. Or maybe you got big, huge hands and therefore, everything's behind that and this is up here. That kind of thing. Got a little bit of a choil up so you can kind of step up on that if you want. Okay? But the drop is nice. That's why I'll be interested in kind of looking in the inside, just kind of see what the bearings look like and all that. Because it has pretty nice little drop to it. The Shadow, really interesting what Ketto's been doing recently, even since, let's talk about Texas Blade in March of 2023 through here in October, so that's 6 months. They've been doing some stuff, Rike and Ketto together. All right. So I like these cutaways here. They're nice. I mean, this is very futuristic look, but a real clean, modern, simple, in a way, sleek, integrated look. Flipper tabs not too obtuse. It's pretty muted. Kick, we're good. And it has enough to where it hits you in the thumb, but it's over the detent ball. Definitely the detent is adequate. It's not crazy, is it? It's not too loose. It's definitely tight enough. And you can still finger flick it pretty easy. So really it's pretty smooth. It's centered up. And so that's amazing. But you know what? I think we got to pop it apart and just take a look overall at the internals. And once again, let's do this. Okay, so once again, we're going to, this was pushed down. Now we'll release this. And so this should pull off. I'm just kind of holding it so no surprises. Okay, and so we got this off now. Once again, interesting, huh? Is there any writing in here? Anything I need to know? Nope, don't see anything. Okay. So here's the rest of it, which means I guess we got to get it from the back side. Yeah, okay. This is the only place. That's the only screw on this pivot side here. Of course, this all, spreads out anyhow because you got these two liners just kind of blowing in the wind here when they're not linked together. And are we undone? Okay. Okay, now we popped it. Yeah, we do have multi-row ceramic bearings. Okay. And, of course, we're dropping parts here. And, yeah, steel washer. Looks pretty clean. There's our washer. Ceramic detent ball. And, of course, this is, by the way, steel. This is steel lock bar in here that's mounted in here through here. And so you're hiding that with your outer integral piece, So that's fascinating, isn't it? And so would that be okay? So captured, looks like captured pivot regardless. And I don't know, do I want to struggle to remove the pocket clip? And can I? Yeah, I guess I can. I feel it grumbling around a little bit, and I wonder. Okay. Little bit of help from our little plastic buddy. Okay, so it's popped in square like that. Okay, there's our pocket clip then. Right? And there's the rest of it. And the little square piece here means it's captured. Multi-row ceramic bearings, steel washer. And there's, captured, squared off here. And the same rigmarole on the other side of the bearings, etc. So we're good there. Good to go. And of course, it's not going to come out. There they go. Okay. We're good. M390. And we're all lubed up, right? We're all lubed up. And here's this with the surround that looks like it's anodized. And it looks like it's probably titanium, because it's not magnetic, okay? Except for this, just the washer. Nothing else. Nope. That's all titanium. So we got it apart. Multi-row ceramic bearings. Just that one screw for the pivot. Everything's integrated into that. The pocket clip, etc. Back with Shadow. Nice little drop on it though, yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty simple, obviously. All you got is this screw here. You just pull that off. I mean, switch, pull it off. One screw, open. Yeah, very interesting. I like the fact that they're innovative and just doing crazy fun things with their time and their imagination. The Rike Shadow. And you are on the Love Them Knives channel. Hey, thanks for joining me, and you guys stay sharp.